Hello everyone, it's me Alta and welcome back to a brand new video. Yes, I'm voiceovering this one and we're gonna be making the turtle Miraculous from Miraculous Ladybug. I'm sorry this video was kind of late, but I had a lot of trouble with it. I had trouble with my editing software and everything, but I'm really glad that we're here, so without further ado, let's get started. First, I made a pattern on paper. As you see, mine does not look perfect, but I tried to get the outline shape really well. This is what you want to do mostly with this. The inside doesn't really matter, it's like a rough guide of how we're gonna carve it later. So here I start molding with air dry clay. I'm rolling it out and using water and my hands to just smooth it and make it all one. Oh, thanks camera for dropping there. My face when I'm molding is not really nice. Okay, so here you see that I'm wetting the clay so it's smoother. And I'm gonna do something that I would not recommend right now. I'm putting the paper on the wet clay. Now please don't do this. If you want to use your pattern the same way I'm doing here as a guide to cut around, laminate it with a bit of sticky tape or whatever you have. Just make it something harder than paper because it really stuck on there and it was super hard to take off. So please don't do this. Alright, so now you're seeing me cut around all the ridges of the turtle. So be sure to do this as close to the design as possible and we're gonna smooth it out later. But be careful in this step to not leave like a lot of extra clay around because this is not going to help you once you take the paper off. Now a little advice I have for you is not to use a knife like the one I'm using here. Use like a nice not really sharp blade like plastic or something. Yeah, here I am trying to take the paper off and failing. It was really hard, I told you. So you not hurt yourself. This blade, I did not hurt myself of course, but if you're young, please don't do this because you might hurt yourself. Now there's the part that I put more water and it starts smoothing it out. As you can see here, I'm not doing anything crazy, but I am trying to get the head and the tail to look different because they looked very similar when I made it and I did not like that. Trying to lift it and mold it more with my hands. I really suggest doing it with your hands because every blade is gonna make your design harsh, and I'm trying to smooth it out to be like more rounded, not that harsh, because this is how the turtle Miraculous looks like in pictures. Now another tip I have for you is not to use too much water because that's gonna make your clay super sticky and you're not gonna be able to control it very well because it's not gonna be taking the shape that you want. It will be like too mendable. Alright, now you see me poking holes. I'm poking one in the head and one in the bottom of the turtle, on the tail, because this is where the string we're gonna use is gonna go through, so we're gonna make this into a bracelet. So what you see me doing next is taking this pencil or pen, whatever you prefer, that does not have any ink, or the blade that I used later. I'm gonna use all of those tools to create indents on the clay. I'm basically drawing on it so it has a more three-dimensional shape and it's not flat. We're doing this so the paint shows better in some places and it overall has a better appearance. So you don't have to do this step, it's kind of optional, but as you can see me doing here, if you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix. Dip your finger in water and just smooth it out. No harm done. If you're not feeling comfortable with doing this, you can easily draw the triangles in later. But if you want to take this into a little bit more of an advanced craft, I would suggest doing it. I'm also putting some indents inside each triangle. Oh, thanks camera for dropping again. Come on camera. I did not remember those camera drops. Oh, it took me so long to record this. I'm messing up all the time. I haven't recorded much in a while, but I'm glad to do this again. If you do not like it, please leave a comment and tell me, please don't voiceover again. And you know, I might not do it. I think voiceovers are better though, because I can give more advice than I can with simple subtitles. Here's me trying to make sense of my little pattern. Oh, yeah, you should not have stick it onto water. Anyways though, I'm perfecting the shape of the indents that I made, and this took forever. It took literally forever. So I'm gonna let you watch this process and not speak. So the fuss is over, and as you can see, my little turtle is done. I like how the carving turned out. I let it dry on a slightly curved surface, so it would just not be too straight when you put it on your arm. Or your hand, wherever you want to wear this bracelet. I don't know, it's a bracelet. So here it looks like when it's dried. Standard white air dry clay. Oh my gosh, I made this mistake so many times. I'm leaving it in the video. I'm so sorry, I'm not good with this. So you're gonna see me painting it black right now with some plain black acrylic paint. I use like the same paint I use for all of my little crafts. I used the matte one this time, I think. I did not use the glossy one that I used for the Monkey Miraculous that I made. This is more of a matte one. So painting it is pretty straightforward. You dip in and you paint. So I am going to stop. Okay, I'm not gonna stop voiceovering. But I really don't know what to say while I'm painting. So I will see you once this video is over. Alright, I'm back. This did not take long. Okay, so to make this bluish, greenish color, I used a nice olive green along with blue, yellow, and white. So these are the colors that you see that I have back there. I mixed a lot to make this particular color. And I painted the triangles with it. I also painted with green the carving around the shell. And added some details inside its little triangle. So let's start threading this because the painting process wasn't really that hard to do. If you want to turn this into a bracelet, you should take some string and just thread it over the two little circles that we left when we were making the shape. You can see that my paint is still kind of wet there. Wet. Oh, wet. It's a wet paint right there. So for the other side, I did not really want to have like a knot that's gonna look bad. So I just glued the two strings together and hid the little dot of glue, but just putting it under the bracelet. That wasn't like something extreme, just something for a little bit more perfection. And here you see my life crumbling apart as my little turtle was beheaded. I don't know how it happened, but my bracelet broke, which is one of the reasons this video was so late. I had to glue it again so I could wear it and take photos, and I was so sad because I worked so hard on it. But alas, it actually looks really nice, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really hope that I helped you make your own Turtle Miraculous, the charged version, when Waze inhabits it. Thank you so much for watching and putting up with my annoying voice and terrible voiceover skills for such a long time. If you watched this far, which I don't think there's gonna be many of you, but if you did, thank you so much. I love you all. Bye!